and he's smoking that stuff. So now he's like, and it's crazy because he didn't even have to smoke the stuff for real. He would have been home, bro. He like, it feels like I don't hit it too
Cause look, now they finna probably do a drug test and now he cooked. Here we go.
hard so I don't nod off. Like, he's out, like really bad. And then he's like, come on now, like he over here trying to play. Blue, go ahead and talk whatever about my son, bro. My son walking, my son talking, my son eat. Just because I don't display that, like, he took that away from me. Like, what? I posted my son, happy to bring him into the world. He straight said he got a hernia. He wanted to, like, he wanted to rain on his own son parade. He was really, like, really jealous of his son, bro. He's jealous of it.
But what the hell, boy? But what the hell, boy? But what the hell, boy?
Now there's people out there that's like that. I don't think this ninja's sitting there jealous of what? The attention? What are you, 5 years old? Come on, bro. Jealous of a baby? Now there's people out there that's like that, but I don't think he was jealous of his baby. Here we go.
His kids, for real. Cause I really feel like the kids blesses the mom, right? It's like a real gift, and it's like for some that he can't really love women properly. He can put on a front. He can have a new girlfriend, treat her nice, go all out for her, bro. It's all a front. Just to. But
my thing is, if this is all true, why are you still trying to be with him?
But what the hell, boy?
Why are you still trying to be with him? Why don't you just leave him alone then?
Just to make me mad. His
narcissism, boy. I hate to use that term because everybody uses the term loosely. But now you said that he's getting another girlfriend and dealing with another woman to make you mad.
You need to leave.
Wildin'. Here we go.
His heart is stuck with me, and I don't know why. It need to go. It need to goes away. It really do. It do. Blood for a whole month. Then he think like a thing about it, y'all. When I get
y'all answer that poll in the chat, bro.
with a nigga, they don't care about Blue. They not on the line talking about Blue, like they don't give a fuck. Cause what? They don't know him. So what's the point in talking? He think if he fuck with groupies and they talk shit about me, my kid, whatever, it's gonna hurt me. No, you just letting everybody do your dirty work. That's how bad you want to talk bad down on your.
Yeah, that's wild, bro. And here we go. This is when she answered Blueface's jail call and tell him he never came through for Junior.
You never came through.
Oh my gosh, now you lying. Oh my goodness. Okay.
Damn, that's fucked
you
up.
You never came through for Chrisean Jesus. Our son, you never came through for him, and he's almost 2. Never. Never. And I'm so happy your headphones is messed up because I can't hear you talking. Yeah. Now listen, since only I can talk right now, I love you. You need to get your dick out your ass. Like, I'm.
But what the hell, boy?
It's the same girl saying, "Was she just?" I don't know, bro.
Just tell you that there, like.
I pray a love like this never finds me. Here we go.
I wear you on my face. Like, what is not obvious? What is not obvious? Like, I love you. Like.
But at the same time, you just said you exposing a ninja, trying to keep a ninja in jail, talking about I love you. The ultimate mind games, people. Here we go.
Make a weird video, line and send it. I left the house like that. I wasn't even in the house within like 48 hours. I just got there. I just caught a flight last night.
Answer the poll, man.
This is evil.
All of y'all evil, man. Well, I don't judge. Shout out to the Most High. But you do need to worry about the baby, though. Here we go.
There's probably gonna be some fine on there, but I'm not even looking. And it's crazy because I had my attention on one person before all of this. Titan. That's the other thing. Like, he's just really like.
And that's what I'm saying. So you was with the Ninjas Tatum. Shout out to Titan. I call him Tatum. So you was with Tatum. You was with Tatum. You was with Ronnie. You was with the other rapper and the other rapper. And you think this ninja's supposed to sit there and be like, yeah, you could come back and spin the block after you done open your. Hey, man. Say, man.
You need to leave.
As the thugs say, that ain't pushing P, little mama, okay? I gotta say it like a square. That ain't pushing P, little mama. So, sorry, I don't know what you thought this was, little baby. I ain't gonna be cussing and stuff like a sailor, like how I used to do when I was back in my city. But I'm here to tell you, that ain't pushing P, baby. You can't do that, baby, and think you finna come back and spin the block, okay? I'm gonna look at you like you stupid, okay? I'm gonna look at you like ha ha ha. Shout out to Angel 6969. He said, or she said, I think it's a she. She said she's a grass. What's a grass? Enlighten us. What's a grass? I don't speak the lingo. I got my own lingo. I talk my own language. What's a grass? The ass, ras, blast. I guess that's a bop. I don't know.
You need to leave.
But she wildin' though. I feel like I'm in high school all over again. Let's continue.
Vengeful right now. I don't know. I need to stop talking to this demon. And he's smoking Fetty.
Are you telling the world?
Like
Damn. I'm telling God, please never let me find a girl that's gonna tell my business to the world unless I told her to, bro. Hell no. I don't care what I'm smoking, what I'm drinking, bro. Don't tell the world, bro. The world don't need to know, and I'm telling the world now. God damn, here we go.
getting high. Like, I was supposed to come home 2 years ago.
Yeah.
He caught drug charges, found with drugs in there. It went from coming home from 6 months to 2 years. And you over here, like, trying to really bring me down. Like, it's not even, like, just me. It's everybody around him.
What's so crazy is I always find it so shocking when a woman says that a man in prison is trying to bring them down. Excuse me. Like, I understand what you're trying to say, but it's like, bro, that ninja fighting for his life in prison, bro. What are we talking about?
You need to leave.
Ninjas might be poking this ninja up. They might be making that ninja wash the toilets with his face every day. And you think that ninja trying to bring you down? Crazy, bro. And then you try and spin the block. Even more crazy, bro. Even more crazy.
Everybody. Like,
crazy.
He bring everybody down.
And then you say all this shit.
He use everybody to hurt each other. It's like that little study with the ants. The red ants and the black ants. They wasn't touching each other till the person start shaking up the cup. The person who shaking up the cup made the red and the black ants go to war and tear each other apart. And, like...
But what the hell, boy?
Yeah, she wildin'.
Pray for him. I don't know what to say. Oh my goodness. Okay, look, y'all. I had all the Snapchatters, the Twitch, everything going on at my house. Bro, he like, if you want to work. Shout
out to Janita Brown. She said, watch I get blocked. Hey, man, don't get blocked on here. I don't know if you met Chrisean though, but don't get blocked on here, people. Don't say anything too crazy.
We can't be together. So I was like, well, I'm on my flight. Like, when I got off the street.
Oh, Janita, did you mean why did she get blocked? Oh, well, she got blocked supposedly for leaving Junior in the car. Let's get back to the show. Yeah, I'm just letting y'all hear this stuff. Let's get back to the show. All right, so basically what we know. Thank you, Janita. For those of you who are new here, what happened was she got blocked supposedly from leaving a baby in the car without any supervision, because they're not supposed to do that as a parent. I think that's a felony. I'm not sure though. I'm pretty sure that's a felony because it's like reckless child endangerment or some shit like that. I don't have kids, so whoever got kids in the chat, let us know. But yeah, she got banned from Twitter. Not Twitter, Twitch. I don't know if she got back on. She said, first of all, shout out to Janita Brown. She said, first of all, it's way too many YouTubers talking about Chrisean. Yeah, man. I mean, it's all part of the game. You know, how do I say this? Humans like a good story, and companies know that people like a good story. So the reason why everybody's talking about it is because it's a good story. And like I said, it's going to be the build up to when Blueface come out. The best way to say it, I don't know why Black America's like that, or I don't know, social media has designed Black America in this way to where it's like, we glorify, low vibrational stuff. Examples would be like baddies. Shout out to NBA Youngboy. No disrespect to, NBA Youngboy, but NBA Youngboy. Shit like that. So yeah, it's a lot of YouTubers talking about it because, you know, it's a serious thing. It's big news. I guess it's big urban news, as they like to say. But yeah, don't get blocked for speaking the truth. Don't get blocked. So here's where she got banned or whatever. Supposedly this is what they said.
I guess you busy, so I'm gonna call you later.
Huh? I'm not busy at all.
Yeah, I guess you busy, so I'm gonna call you later.
I'm not even busy.
Okay. You're busy right now.
Huh? I'm not busy. I'm not busy. I'm not busy. I'm about to put a baby in the car. Is that okay? Do you mind taking them to the car? Thank you.
Also, Janita, tell us what you think. Tell us what's on your mind, but keep it PG, like Drake says. Keep it PG. Keep it PG. And everybody answer the poll and hit the like button.
Do you mind taking them to the car? Thank you.
And I'm guessing the Twitch employees were there for what is it called? For Streamer Prom or whatever. We'll pull up Streamer Prom next, but hold on.
There's like 400 people here to go with this. She live still?
See what I'm saying? And like I said, the reason why we're talking about it is because people are starting to wonder whether or not it's true or if it's not true. Shout out to Janita. She said, I'm 44. She actually reminds me of myself, so I can definitely relate. And that's another thing I said in a previous stream. The reason why people gravitate towards this is because we're gonna say unhealed, right? We're seeing unhealed versions of ourselves in these people. And we see how, damn, we would love to help these people, but they can't hear us. Cause you remember how you were when you were like that. Shout out to Angel6969. Angel6969 said snitch. I don't know if I'm a snitch, but if I'm the snitch, it is what it is, bro. But yeah, so yeah, like I was saying, so we see unhealed versions of ourselves in these people, and we're like, damn, we would want to help them out, because that could have been me too. But I took the right, or I made the right choice. I made the right decision, or I took the right path. So that's why everybody's talking about it. So even when it comes to Blueface, for example, I could have been Blueface, Ninja. I remember I used to think gang banging was cool and shit like that. I already told some of y'all who don't know, my exes are affiliated. I've been with women that been in prison and then out the pen. I've been with dangerous women. I'm not gonna glorify it though. We're just gonna hit this buzzer. Yeah.
You need to leave.
And yeah, I used to be wild in the streets, drinking, smoking. You know, I used to mob through the streets with a wife beater on. And I'm a big body, like I said. Y'all should have seen me a couple years ago. So I used to be walking through the streets, having girls try to talk to me, have a bunch of girls, all that. I told y'all there was a point in time I was dealing with 2 women. I had 2 girlfriends and they knew about each other. They stayed on one side. One person stayed on one side of the the highway, the freeway. The other person stayed on the other side of the freeway. When one person pissed me off, I'm going to the other one. Other one pissed me off, I'm going to the other one. So yeah, I've been there. And that's the whole thing. Shout out to Janita. She said, I don't condone drinking and smoking while being prego, but I've done it too. Janita. Whoa.
You need to leave.
She said, my kids are all fine though. 25, 17, 15, and soon to be 7 next month. Well, hey, on a Blac Pill, I'm here to tell you, we don't judge you, Janita. We don't judge you. We don't judge you. But hey, don't be putting that out there, bro. Don't tell nobody about that, bro.
What the hell,
yeah, thank you for telling us. We're a family here. Shout out to everybody in here. But don't tell people that. Don't tell people that, bro. Don't tell people that. It's cool. So that's what I'm saying. It's like, yeah, you see yourself in Chrisean. And like I said, Janita says that she doesn't condone drinking and smoking while pregnant, but she's done it. We're gonna let her be an example. not a bad example, but don't do what she did, right? Because when I say she's an example of a anomaly. An overwhelmingly large majority of the time, your baby is going to suffer from, I think, baby fetal alcohol syndrome, some shit like that. I don't have kids, so I don't know, but y'all know what I'm talking about. So Janita is a anomaly, okay? Janita's an anomaly. She said, why not? It's the truth. Can't handle it, huh? No, we can handle the truth. I just don't want people to try and come for you in the comments, bro. That's it. But let's continue, because today's show is not about me and you. It's about Chrisean and Blueface. Let's get it. Y'all answer that poll. So yeah, that's what happened with the Twitch employees. We already showed y'all that. So let me see. Streamer Prom. It's about to get a little crazy. Streamer Prom, Chrisean. What's crazy is I never even went to my own prom, bro. I never went to my own prom.
You need to leave.
So this is what happened at Streamer Prom. Yeah. Shout out to Janita. Janita says, I've been diagnosed with multiple illnesses. Janita, I can't really tell you too much. Hopefully you figure it out, man. Let's continue. We got Jay Cinco and Lala trying to avoid Chrisean at Streamer Prom.
Y'all can. I don't know what to do. Whatever you want. What if the service gets worse than here? They do. It's no Wi-Fi. They don't work. It's only the streaming prom.
Yeah, and they're just trying to be careful. They don't want to get too close, because she be wilding. She pulled up to Streamer Prom just hours after Blueface kicked her out from his house after she told him that she has been homeless for a week. And that's why we don't know what to believe no more. Here we go. All right, I'm gonna put the volume off because I don't want any what do you call it? I don't want any copyrights. But yeah, this is her dancing at Streamer Prom. Let me see what else we got. And I guess somebody's watching the baby. Why don't you just get a babysitter? I'm pretty sure it's not that bad to the point you have no money if you're allowed to get, or if you had the chance to get a dress. Here we go. Let me see. And this is her and Funny Marco pulling up to the Streamer University Prom. I guess he went with her as them. Yeah, damn, these people kind of short in real life. I didn't know Funny Marco was so short. Let's see. All right, man, let's get back to the task at hand. So like I said, supposedly she says that she didn't get banned because of her baby. She got banned because of her clothes. Let me pull up Instagram real quick. Let me see. Boom. 1 second, y'all. 1 second. Aha. All right, so Chrisean sets the record straight on why she was temporarily banned. So supposedly she's not even banned anymore. They said she's not banned anymore. So I guess congratulations to her. Right? Congratulations to her. So she sets the record straight on why she was temporarily banned from Snapchat and Twitch. She says it was her outfit. What's just weird to me is I've seen much worse on Snapchat and I've seen much worse on Twitch. I've seen women in bras on Twitch, and I'm not saying it's a bad thing. Lord knows I like it, right? Lord knows I like it. But what I'm saying is I don't think her outfit was inappropriate in terms of Snapchat and Twitch's standards. So that could be a cover up. It could be some kind of what do we call it? We call it damage control. It could be some form of damage control. I'm not entirely sure. Let me see. Can I make this bigger? No, I cannot. No, I cannot. Let me see. We got DJ Academic saying, let me see. Hold on. Let me see if I make this bigger. We have him saying the same thing, that she was banned from Twitch after leaving her baby inside of a car for hours, which had to be saved by Twitch employees. I don't know if it was hours. And that's why I say, I think these people be exaggerating too much, because I don't know if she was on the phone for hours with this ninja. You know, it's a good story, but I don't think she was on the phone for hours with the ninja. I think it was probably like maybe 10, 15 minutes. But still, don't leave your kids in the car, people. Do not leave your kids in the car. Leaving your kids in the car is not an okay thing, okay? Let me see if there's anything here. Don't leave your kids in the car. Don't leave your kids in the car. And also, this is what happened with their apartment, supposedly. But we don't know what to believe, because at the same time, when I show you guys this, she was in, you know, they said she was in the crib and she made the crib dirty. But at the same time, you know, the room that she was streaming on Twitch was perfectly clean. It don't even look like the same house. So that's where my spidey senses start tingling. And I'm like,
but what the hell, boy?
you know, like, what the fuck? Like, you know, they trying to, y'all ever seen the movie Hoodwink? They trying to hoodwink us. So they showing us this, right? They're like, okay, this the apartment or whatever. This the apartment. So look, boom. I'm gonna show you guys the apartment. Now watch this. Shout out to Janita. She said, point I'm trying to make is people go through things and process things differently. What may work for you, may not work for me. Facts. But yeah, like I said, so when I show you guys her streaming discussing Blueface, let me see. Chrisean, Twitch, Blueface. Let me see if I can find it. Yeah, right here. So this don't even look like the same place, bro.
Hello?
Hey, this is where they was talking and shit.
What's the deal?
I love you.
Hello, what's good?
I love you.
You see what I'm saying? This don't even look like the same place, bro. The wood looks different. The whole apartment looks different.
What do you mean? What do you mean what is good? You said, what do you mean? We breaking up? You want to break up with me? You know I don't want to break up. I would have just already broke up with you.
So why you don't think it's chill?
Huh?
So why you don't want to be hostile with me?
Y'all answer that poll, bro.
You want me to stay in the house and not do nothing? Like, I get it. I just want to be productive. Like,
shout out to Blonay got T. They said she was streaming Twitch from her boyfriend's studio with the door closed. This is the rest of the house. Okay. Hey, thank you for that. Thank you for that. Now, Janita. Shout out to King. That's the studio. All right, thank y'all for letting me know. Now, Janita, that's Jaden's old studio. All right, shout out to Morningstar. Janita, you cannot talk about offing yourself in the chat. If you do that again, you got to get blocked because you're going to demonetize my page. Don't say that kind of stuff. Okay? So delete that message. That's why you said you want to get blocked. I see what you're saying. I'm removing that message. Don't put that kind of stuff in the chat. Like I said, it's Men's Mental Health Month. Women, if you got something wrong with you, there's resources out here, but don't put that stuff in the chat, bro. Here we go.
There's so many reasons why we should do it. Like, why, you know, for me to work.
Shout out to y'all for telling me though. Shout out to y'all for telling me. Shout out to Blonay. Blonay said even if the video is old, it's still trifling. How she left the apartment, yeah, I ain't gonna lie, that's wild. But I don't know if they did it on purpose or not on purpose. And I don't know if she's the one that actually did that or they just recorded it and blamed it on her. Cause you're right, even if the video is old, that's disgusting, bro. But yeah, that's disgusting, bro. That's disgusting. As a woman, I would expect more, or I would expect something like that from a ninja. Pull up the hotline for her. Janita, you at work, LOL, shake my head. Yeah, I gotta pull up the hotline. We're gonna pull up the hotline for Janita. Hold on.
But if you're really making it a big
Let
deal,
me see
you
where I
just
can
said
find the
I can't.
hotline.
But if you're making it a big deal, all right, I'll cancel everything.
Hey, bro, just so my stream don't mess up, somebody pull up the hotline for Janita. We know Janita, we know, but just in case, somebody go put the hotline in there. And don't put the S word. Do not put the off, commit, don't put that word. Just say resource and then put it resource : put it. Here we go.
Staying in the house.
I just thought you already knew what it was, but like pretty much what was going on.
Huh?
That's what I said. I thought you already knew what it was, but that's why I'm confused at. Like, you acting like you don't know me or something.
Yeah, but I'm thinking about the future, the bills, everything. You saying like we don't need shit. You sure? Like, like.
Yeah, I don't know what to believe, bro. Like she, like I said, look, man, pretty privilege is a thing, man. So, Chrisean, she's not ugly, right? Like, she attractive, but she just got to kind of change her mindset a bit. Like, it's certain things like you got to kind of vibe. We say vibe in my city. I say vibe. You got to vibe sometimes. You just got to kind of peep the energy, fill the room, you know, fill the room. And at the same time, when you got kids, bro, the reality of the situation, people, ladies and gentlemen, if you have kids, bro, kids come first 10 times out of 10, bro. So if you're not ready to have kids, don't have kids. 2, you're never going to be ready to have kids. So always keep that in mind. And 3, when you have kids, the whole life, your old life before when you have kids, it's subject to change, and be ready for that. Okay. It's not going to be the same. Here we go.
You want me to be productive? I'm like, what do you want? I don't even want to argue. I don't want to fight. I don't like, what you want?
What does Ninja say?
Are you thinking for the future? What? Hello?
Hello?
All right, Janita. Shout out to Janita. Janita said, if you have no experience dealing with people with mental illness, then I don't feel you should speak on it, because how would you understand? Janita, this month is Men's Mental Health Month. I've already said I'm going to put resources. Now, Janita, I'm going to ask you to just watch the show. Okay? Please, thank you.
Yeah, once I get out of here, it's over. What
do you mean? So if I work, we done with, we not together.
And shout out to King. King said they said she was nasty on baddies. She didn't like to wash either. Ew.
You need to leave.
Yeah, and I've discussed this as well before, guys. It's this thing called, you know, you got to be able to forgive yourself for not knowing better. So you got to be able to understand that a lot of times we're stuck in a place where trauma happened to us. So I'm not a mental health expert, since Janita told me, since I have no experience dealing with people with mental illness or whatever. I never said I was a mental health expert. What I'm saying is I have common sense. I mean, if I have to discuss my accolades, I don't plan on discussing my accolades, but to put it in perspective, I study philosophy. Philosophy delves into different subjects, and I'm saying as in I have a degree, like I have a bachelor's degree in philosophy. I actually have 2 degrees. Besides the point, I'm not trying to portray here. I'm not trying to portray here as a doctor. Take care, Janita. Have a good day. I don't know. You know, I think you want the show to be about you, and the show's not about you. If you want to, you know, if you want to do what you got to do, go do what you got to do. But yeah, like I was saying, I'm not portraying to be a doctor. What I am saying is a lot of times we get stuck in a place mentally where we were traumatized. And the hard thing is you have to forgive yourself for not knowing better, for not allowing people, to get over on you. And you got to be able to move forward, because if you don't move forward, you'll be stuck there mentally. Here we go.
So if I stay in the house, we could be together forever? That's what you saying? Like, that's crazy. Like, why you just...
No, that's not what I'm saying at all. I'm saying if you want to do your own thing, do your own thing.
I don't want to do my own thing. I just start working.
I'm not giving you an ultimatum. That's not what I'm doing at all.
Okay. So what do you mean, do my own thing?
I mean, if you want to be outside here and there...
I don't want to be outside. I'll only go if I get paid. I only would do it if it had anything to do with Twitch or...
Shout out to Blonay. Blonay said, cool, educated man. What I was going to say. Yeah, man, I mean, I play stupid on here because I got to play stupid on here, but I am educated. But I play stupid is because, you know, that's what they want to see. They want to see a dumb ninja, so I play a dumb ninja. But yes, I'm educated. But besides the point, I'm not a mental health expert or whatever, but I mean, I've been to therapy. I'm a proponent of therapy. I've said this before. I've been to therapy. I had a therapist. Like, do you see that Santa Claus right there? That Santa Claus was given to me by my old therapist. She made that for me, actually. Shout out to her. No bullshit. So, and then even then, like I said, shout out to her. So that just shows you. So when I say I have a different kind of understanding, I have a different understanding. Besides the point, like I said, with this situation, these people are essentially trauma bonded with each other, and that's why they're acting the way they act. And like I said, it's not about mental health. I've experienced, you know, getting with a woman, breaking up with a woman, getting back with her, breaking up with the same girl, getting back with her over the term or over a term of years. So I know what it's like to be with somebody that you love. You guys can't communicate, all this stuff. Yeah, I've been there before. That's why I speak on it. Let's continue. Just like with Blueface, I never been to the penitentiary, but I could have. It's been a lot of times I was spared. I had course correction in my life, so I had a lot of people in my life check me because they said I'm better than that. I had people that I know that been to the penitentiary, and I've discussed this as well, and they used to always tell me, you know, if I had your degree and if I had your brain, I will run with that motherfucker. So that's why, you know, that's why I'm like, oh, you know, I'm a square, all this and that, but please trust and believe. I have a history as well. I have a life. My life was a movie back in the day. Now it's kind of cool, and that's by choice. So yeah, let's continue.
Go get money with them.
Okay, but why you?
And shout out to Shantae. Shout out to Shantae. Shantae, she said, and that's the issue. Her fans trauma bond with her. Bars. Her friends her fans, you know, her fans, I guess they grow. It's because your fans grow with you. That's the thing. Your fans grow with you. Shout out to King. King said a lot of people have childhood trauma, but you must seek help and heal. You can't embrace the drama and let it take over your life. Facts. Look, I remember I did therapy, and I'm not saying everybody does this or should do this. When I did therapy in a different kind of way. So like, I remember when I first met my therapist, shout out to Bree. I can say her name because I don't know her. But yeah, so I remember when I first my plan when I went into therapy, I was like, oh, you know, I have my own personal issues with women or whatever. I want to speak to a woman, a black woman specifically. So, you know, I remember when I first called her and we talked on the phone, I was like, you know, I thought she was a white lady because, you know, she's very, she has good etiquette. She's very eloquent when she speaks. So I was like, oh, you know, I just want to let you know, if you're a white woman, I don't really want to deal with you. And, you know, she was like, but yeah, afterwards she was like, oh, you know, I'm gonna let you know I'm a black girl, whatever, and it's all good. And yeah, she helped me unpack a lot of stuff. Like, she made me realize a lot of different things. Like, she told me, like, even when it came to like ghosting certain people, I used to want to hold on to people, and she was like, you can hold on to them, but, you know, if you choose to let them go, you have to remember, how did you show up in that relationship? And I used to always remember, in a lot of relationships in my life, I showed up more than the people were showing up for me. Now I only get into, you know, like relationships. I don't mean just like boyfriend and girlfriend or whatever you believe in. I'm saying like relationships with people, my friends, family, whatever. I fell back on a lot of people that weren't showing up for me the way I was showing up for them, because I was mindful of how I showed up in a relationship. So I used to give it my all, like, hey, what's up? You good? Checking on them. They like, why you keep calling? I remember people used to ask me, why you keep calling? I looked at these people like,
But what the hell, boy?
I'm like, damn, I thought y'all niggas was my ninjas. So I'm calling because I'm calling like, damn, you good, bro? You straight? So after a while, I stopped calling. Everybody started telling me I switched up. They're like, why you switched up? I don't know what happened to you. Colder now, all this and that. I'm like, bro, it's just I recognize how I'm showing up in a relationship. We ain't showing up for each other the same way. And the same thing, when you get into relationships with like women, you know, men that you deal with, shout out to the alphabet boys and girls, whatever you believe in, you got to be mindful how you show up with people, because how you show up determines how that relationship will go. But at the same time, you have to be mindful of how they show up with you. If they're not showing up with you the way you would like them to, I'm not saying to ghost them, but I wouldn't put as much energy into them. So yeah, she taught me a lot of things. And it's like Shantae says, she said it's all about accountability, and she's shown none, and no one holds her accountable from family to fans. We hold her accountable here, but it's just like, it's tough, bro, because, you know, and shout out to all the ladies in the chat. Shout out to all the women. We hold y'all accountable, but we want to be nice to y'all because we like y'all. And then, like I said, when we add pretty privilege into it, like if you look pretty, we really like y'all. So we gonna let you get away with basically anything. And y'all know that too sometimes. If you're a pretty girl, we're going to let you get away with whatever you want. It's just how it goes. It's hard sometimes. It's hard. But yeah, you're right. We got to hold her accountable. And shout out to King. Like I said, a lot of people have childhood trauma, but you must seek help and heal. Yeah, you got to heal, people. That's the main thing. You're going to be traumatized. There's nobody on earth that's going to walk through life without any scars. I got a bunch of scars. Look, I'll show y'all. If I show y'all closely, I got a bunch of scars. I'm dark, so you can't really see it. Let me see. How do I turn my hand? I can show y'all. These are from fights. If y'all can see, these are knives. These are knives from fights. Right here, this is surgery. You're gonna walk through life with a bunch of scars, okay? A bunch of scars. I got a bunch of scars all over my body. Y'all just can't see them. It's just part of life. And the same thing comes with relationships. The difference is when it comes to the mental scars cut deeper than physical scars, because physical scars you can see when you heal. Mental scars, it takes time to heal, and that's the thing too. So when you suffer from trauma, like mentally or whatever, your brain does this thing where it takes a long time to process the trauma and heal from the trauma. And that's why certain shit that happened, like for example, you know, let's say somebody gets assaulted or whatever, right? That's why you have to do time for a long period of time in the case that they actually go through with it. Or let's say, I'm trying to use a good example just so I can show y'all what I mean. Like, let's say you get jumped. I've been jumped before. I've been jumped, stomped out, all that. I haven't been knocked out cold, but I've been jumped to the point, I fell and they stomped me out, right? My brain had to process that. It took me years to process what happened. And it's not that, oh, I didn't know what happened. I knew what happened, but it took years to process, why did these people do that to me if I knew these people? And I've been jumped in multiple situations. I done jumped people. I've been through a lot, but I'm saying my brain had to process what I was doing. And what it was is, and even then, as my brain was processing it, I went into this thing called survival mode. You go into this thing called survival mode. They call it in science, I think, mammalian brain or some shit like that. And basically, you do what you have to do to survive in the environment that you're from. So when I was doing whatever I was doing, or people was doing whatever it was doing to me, we were all just trying to survive in the environment that we were from. So when it come to Chrisean and Blueface, when they got together, like I said, Blueface, before all this, he was a football player. I guess he started fucking with the gangs, and then she started fucking with the gang because he fucking with the gang. Now they became these people to survive in the environment that they're in the spotlight. You feel what I'm saying? Doing the music, shit like that. Shout out to Shantae. She said, fight or flight. Yeah, it's like fight or flight response. So either you fight or fly. I don't know why they call it fight or flight though. Excuse me, because it's like you don't really fly. It's what it is you freeze. It's like a fight or you freeze. So it's been times I done froze up, got stomped out because I ain't expected. And then when I seen the okie doke, I said, oh shit.
Boy, what the hell, boy?
I said, oh shit, these people got me. I said, damn, these people got me. Because you don't see it coming. Shout out to King. King said, you will never know trauma until you lose a child. Love life and be well within. Bars. And yeah, me personally, like I said, I speak like this, guys. I don't have any kids. I speak, when y'all hear me speak about the kids and stuff, that's like the mini me inside of me, like the child that felt like they wasn't heard. Like even me doing this, I realize I do this because, younger me, like little me inside of bigger me now, little me felt like he wasn't heard. When little me used to say stuff to the teachers, like, hey, somebody fucking with me, whatever, all that, you feel me? Like nobody would listen. Then when I do something, oh, you're this bad kid because you retaliated and all this stuff. And then, like I said, I had good grades. So it was kind of a hard dynamic where I was from. And like I said, I spared a lot of people. Because I knew if I did what I had to do, I would probably embarrass my parents. My parents would be mad about me embarrassing them. Shout out to Papa Black and my stepmama. So you feel me? Like I said, I had to kind of hold myself back. Now I'm an adult, so I can do what I got to do. But even then, I had places I'm trying to go. I got people I'm trying to see. I got things I'm trying to do. I got people I'm trying to meet. So I don't have time to beef with the people that I had beef with in the past. I don't got time to beef with people who don't like me in the present. I don't got time to beef with people in the future. I'm trying to do some shit with my life. We finna die one day, okay? So yeah, I'm trying to do something with my life. I got a lot of stuff planned. So yeah, that's why I don't really waste time with people. That's why I tell people I'm a square. You got it, just to deter people from even coming around me, because I don't want the bullshit around me. Keep the bullshit around me. Keep the fake from around me. Let's let this girl finish.
That's strong. That's how I rock. That's how I rock.
What?
I'm not who I get money with. I'm not just running to get money with whoever wants to get money just to get money.
I'm not running who whatever to get just with money. This is a business. It got.
Get money with anybody. It doesn't matter.
I'm not getting money with just anybody. We know these people. Okay, like I don't want to argue. What?
Them people ain't never did.
Hello. It had nothing to do with the what? Just getting shows done. I can get shows done. Like I can just get things done while you locked up. Okay. So, but you're like, you do have a problem with that.
That's not what I need.
You need some. What you need? Okay, you want me to stay in the house?
I don't need Destiny Child. I don't need the next time. I don't need the next big rap star.
And right here, what I think Blueface was trying to say, right? Let me pause real quick. What I think Blueface is trying to say is, I need a mother to raise my child now. I don't need the Chrisean that I met. And that's the thing. Like I said, ladies and gentlemen, we have to be okay with change. Even though change is uncomfortable, change is good. You're supposed to feel growing pains when you change over time. You feel me? So don't stray away from change. Even me, I got shit I got to change right now in my life. I got a few things I got to do. I'm not going to tell you guys specifically, because I feel like sometimes when we put our business out into the world, it's this thing I don't call it that, but I heard of it. It's called like the evil eye, where when you put like what you're trying to do into the world, like the negative energy in the world hears it, and then they try and, you know, thwart whatever you're trying to do. Like they try and work with each other, cohort together to try and stop it. So yeah, so I got things I gotta change in my life, and that's why I tell y'all change is good. If you're changing in a positive way, change is good. Expect growing pains. Don't think it's gonna be a bad thing. It's gonna be a good thing. Let's continue.
I don't need the gospel Cinderella. I don't need that.
Oh yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Yeah, so like I said, he needs a mother to raise his child. Now he needs his child to be raised properly, not a woman that's out in the streets running the streets. If that's what you want to do, that's cool, but the child still needs to be raised. So you could do what you got to do, just don't do anything to put the child in harm's way. And that's where I say it's a thing called, you know, stepping into adulthood. And it's hard for all of us. Like, I feel like that's one of the most traumatic things in life. One of the most traumatic things in life is stepping into being an adult, because it doesn't hit you until one day it hits you and you're like, damn, I'm a grown up now. Like, you think you grown at 18. I remember when I was 18, I used to think I was grown. I was grown. Nobody could tell me nothing. I couldn't hear nothing from nobody. I remember I used to tell my dad, like, oh, I want to learn from my own mistakes. I want to learn from my own mistakes. And then I came to the realization, a smart man learns from his own mistakes and a wise man learns from the mistakes of others. Let's continue.
That's not what I need.
It's so discouraging, but why don't you want to facilitate? Why don't you want to facilitate? Why don't you want to facilitate? Okay.
It's not going to facilitate. You're like in two contracts.
Hey, y'all answer.
Right.
Y'all answer that poll. If you ain't answer the poll, and also hit the like button. Let's get it.
Right, you keep.
Call Kim. Everything goes to Kim. What? Okay. I don't need that. I don't need to. What the fuck?
She's not like that with you. Y'all actually have a good friendship. Like whatever. Okay.
All right. Well, let's tell about.
Huh?
What?
Shout out to Isbria. She said, wow, you just solved my whole life. Thank you, brother. Hey, shout out to you, Bria. Shout out to Blonde. She said, girl, you did not know those Twitch employees. That's facts. Yes. Now, me personally, I've never had kids, but I would never be comfortable with people trying to touch my kids. Goddamn. I'm barely comfortable unless I know you and I let you into my space. I'm barely comfortable with people touching me. Now, I understand babysitters and shit like that. I used to have a babysitter, but if I don't let you into my space, if I have a child, you can't be in my child's space. Like, God forbid somebody be like, can I touch your child's hair? I'm gonna look at this person like,
But what the hell, boy?
You need to leave.
shout out to King. King says some mothers don't have that motherly instinct and she doesn't have it. Age has nothing to do with it. Either you're going to be a loving parent or not. Now that's bars. But what I do think is, I don't think she's had that, not that she doesn't have the instinct. I think she, I don't want to say they didn't bond properly because it's not my place to speak on it. I want to say she didn't develop that bond. Like, she didn't develop that bond. Shout out to Shantae. She said, let's be honest, she had that child to keep that man, and you see how that played out. Bars. Shout out to Blonay. Blonay says she overtalks boyfriend when he talks on Junior walking before 2-row. Shout out to In My Bag. My bad, In My Bag. In My Bag said, bro, talk too much about yourself. We want to hear about Christian. All right, my bad, In My Bag. My bad, In My Bag. My bad, bro. I'm gonna let you hear Christian. Here goes Christian. My fault, bro.
Huh? What, can you stop being mean? Like, why would you? I don't need no help. You know I don't need no help. You wanted me to come home because you wanted me to be your girl. Stop saying stuff, bro. You know I didn't need nothing, bro. I don't need nothing, bro. Like, I don't need anything. You ain't send me nothing. You ain't never sent me nothing. I don't ask you for nothing. Like, what? I feel like you holding me. I feel like you got resentment from when we just broke up for 4 months. Like, you feel like somebody left you high and dry. You feel like you ain't had nobody. I felt the same way. You disrespected me. I disrespected you. Whatever the case may be, bro. Like, what? Like, what? Are you like? I just feel like you're not. What? That's everything. My brain hurt. I don't even know what we're talking about anymore now.
What are you talking about?
I don't know.
Yeah, like you talking about going out and getting money.
No, I'm talking about working. I'm talking about pursuing and doing whatever I can do while I'm waiting for you. But you saying no and no and no. Okay. All right.
Yeah, that's not you waiting for you. That's not you waiting for you. That she moving without me. Yeah.
All right, my bad. Shout out to In My Bag. He said, thanks for sharing the stream. I appreciate y'all. Now, I want y'all to tell me, what do y'all like so much about Chrisean and Blueface? Y'all gotta tell me, bro. What's the gag, bro? Me personally, I rock with Blue. I rock with Blue. I like his music. What do y'all like so much about this girl? Y'all let me know. And we're gonna play one more video, then we're gonna call it a day because y'all want to hear from Chrisean. Here we go.
With the rule, I'm kind of getting irritated for real because I've been real nice. I've been real Christ-like.
Tell us in the chat, by the way. Tell us in the chat.
And quiet for real. And it's annoying because I feel like I keep getting bullied by the same person and over and over and over and over. So we already fucked up our reputation being together as a couple, my nigga.
I'm saying,
you being a father and all that shit, nigga. Nigga, you fucked up everything, bro. The fuck? He begged me. Would you post Javon and James? Would you post Javon and James?
Yes, I would. Yes.
That's disgusting. Why would you do that? Look at the date. It was May 20th, the last semester. Okay, look, check this out. I wasn't going to air out that he had to pawn his chains when we was broken up because he trying to play big man, big shot caller like he don't need nobody. Did I F this girl, F this girl? I'm the only person in his corner. What? What do you mean? And it's not just the only person. There's Kim. Kim, leave her out of it. She don't even like drama. Bodine, Bravo, the money team, okay? Pretty much the money team, right? They reaching out to me, try to make sure I'm straight. They like, yeah, what we gotta do, cause what we gotta do. I'm like, look, Blue saying this and this and that. This is when I was saying no to everything, no to every booking, no to every money, no, right? Cool, we break up. All right, cool. You cheating? I'm cheating. All right, I'm not even cheating. I'm with another person. He with another, whatever. All right, cool. I'm hot for real because, man, I didn't even move in all the way. Like, let's keep it there. 2, what do you mean, bro? Like, this the other thing. At first, I didn't have, like, I just didn't communicate with my family back at home, like, what was going on with my family. I isolated myself because it was a toxic situation, bro. The heck? I got a penthouse right in Baltimore. Like, I don't even want to tell you what I have because it's none of y'all business. But I was working on purchasing another home in LA after I did whatever I did in Baltimore. Just got off of probation. He like, come home. Because he already know what is about to go down. Finna move on, have a kid, like, with another guy, bro. Like, I was moving on. I was happily in my little situation I don't even want to name drop. Y'all know who I was talking to for real, heavy. Okay, cool. He get the peeping how I'm moving. Okay, I'm like, I'm going to the prom. I'm going to take a couple bookings. They checking to see if I'm okay. And I don't want you, like, running on zero again. Like, I'm finna go get your chains. And then it's crazy because he made me make that video. He made me make that video, bro. Like,
it's like I said, bro, we don't know what to believe, bro, but I gotta go, guys. I gotta go get this money, man. Shout out to everybody in here, man. Hit the like button, man. Run the stream back. And y'all follow me for more. I'm gonna keep you guys updated. Shout out to all y'all. I appreciate y'all in the chat. I'll let them talk next time. Shout out to In My Bag. Shout out to Sante. Shout out to everybody, man. Love y'all. It's your boy BA. I'll be back in here later. Maybe if not, I'll be back in here tomorrow, and I'll keep you guys updated on what's going on. Peace.